Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your participation to the event on India-Japan Partnership Focus Chhattisgarh today. 皆様、本日は日印関係を祝うチャッティスガルイベントへご参加いただきまして誠にありがとうございます。First, may I invite Mr. R. Marsudan, Deputy Chief of Mission, Embassy of India, Tokyo, to make opening remarks. はじめに、駐日インド大使館首席講師 R. マトスーダンより開会挨拶をいただきます。
Mr. Vivek Acharya, MD, Tourism Development Corporation, Chhattisgarh Government, Mr. Prabhat Malik, Director Industries, Government of Chhattisgarh, representatives of Japanese industry, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you, and welcome to this event where we focus on Chhattisgarh. Ladies and gentlemen, as many of you may be aware, India is the fifth largest economy in the world today. Our GDP has crossed 4 trillion US dollars recently. And the Prime Minister of India has given a clarion call for us to aspire to become a developed country by 2047, which will mark the 100th year of India's independence. The government of India is fully geared towards taking India towards this target. And in this endeavor, our states will be playing a very critical role. Chhattisgarh, with its rich cultural heritage, strategic location, and economic dynamism, offers immense potential for partnerships with Japan. It is one of the fastest growing states in the country. Industry plays a pivotal role in Chhattisgarh's economy, constituting 48% of its GSDP, which is well above the national average of 31%. It is also strategically located. It borders 7 other Indian states, which makes it an attractive hub for business. It's well connected through 4 major airports and an extensive railway and road network. The state is particularly significant for its reserves of critical minerals that are essential for various strategic industries, including renewable energy, electronics, and defense. These include bauxite, which is the primary source of aluminum and which is critical for sectors like aerospace, defense, and electric vehicles. It also has vast limestone deposits used in cement manufacturing, a crucial material for infrastructure development. The state ranks among the leading producers of iron ore in India, which supports the steel industry. It's also the sole producer of tin in India, making it a strategic resource for electronics and battery manufacturing. Dolomite and quartzite, which are essential for steel production, are available in abundance in the state. Thus, it is a very mineral-rich state and has emerged as a key center for industries such as steel, cement, power generation, and aluminum. Japan is no stranger to India. We have age-old ties that have been greatly strengthened by the establishment of a special strategic and global partnership in 2014. Japan has been a key economic partner of India. There are nearly 1,500 Japanese companies that operate in India with more than 5,000 business establishments. Japan is also the 5th largest investor in India. With Japan's leadership in high-tech manufacturing, robotics, and precision engineering, and Chhattisgarh's rich industrial base and investment incentives, the time is right to enhance business collaborations. The presentations from the government of Chhattisgarh that follow will present the various opportunities available for Japanese businesses to partner with Chhattisgarh. I invite Japanese businesses, investors, and entrepreneurs to explore Chhattisgarh as their next investment destination. By investing in the state, Japanese companies can be part of India's growth story, leveraging opportunities in a dynamic and rapidly developing state. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, we will show a video on Chhattisgarh tourism. Please see the screen. 続きまして、チャッティスガルの観光についてのビデオを上映いたします。スクリーンをご覧くださいませ。
Near the heart of India. A land filled with surprises. In your lush forests. And the mighty force of your waters. You hold the deepest secrets that take us back in time. When it's said that the gods walk this land, this is where you carve a sense of oneness. And in you, we hear the echoes of peace. This is where we feel the warmth of your faces. Sway to your vibrant rhythms. See hands that mold life. Hands that weave joy. Burnished with the fire of beauty. You captivate with your unique flavors. That make us come back for more. In you, we flourish. While embracing change, you grow and build bridges that leap into the future. In you is the land that gives, creates, nurtures, grows, and builds. It's all in you. Come, experience Chhattisgarh.
WHO has predicted that by 2030, antibiotics will stop working, simply because modern medicine has been more abused rather than used. It is increasingly becoming more important for us to heal with nature cure therapies because they are not only curative but also preventive. 5 Lotus Indo-German Nature Cure Center has a unique healthcare facility that helps to restore the natural balance of body, mind, and spirit. We use the best of ancient medical techniques and administer them in modern context to deliver result-oriented treatments for lifestyle disorders like diabetes, blood pressure, psoriasis, varicose vein, pain and arthritis, migraine, thyroid, and even chronic digestive disorders. All treatment methods fundamentally re-enable, balance, strengthen, and enhance the self-healing powers of internal vital organs. Our team of doctors and therapists design special customized treatments for each individual that includes various therapies like naturopathy, Ayurveda, reflexology, sujok, colon hydrotherapy, physiotherapy, cupping therapy, ozone therapy, therapeutic yoga, and always includes a special individual organic diet. At the end of your therapy, you will receive your personal detailed diet and exercise chart. Five Lotus Indo-German is situated near Raitum village on the fringes of Barnapara Wildlife Forest. Spread across 16 acres of land, the design and ambit of the property have been kept in complete harmony with nature. This wellness center is just an hour and a half away from Raipur City Airport. A smooth and comfortable 80-kilometer drive through the NH6 highway, and you will enter the wild, serene and enchanting green jungles of Barnapara, Chhattisgarh. We believe in the classical Indian concept of Atiti Devo Bhava. With staff strength of over 100, we ensure that your stay with us is not just comfortable but also greatly memorable. The health center is well equipped with amenities like swimming pool, water park, indoor and outdoor games, along with the gymnasium, which always keeps you engaged. Our residential facility has a total of 134 well-furnished rooms, complete with all comforts. Visit us at 5 Lotus Indo-German Nature Cure Center and have a holistic nature cure healing experience.
कौन बंधावे लाली पागड़ी रे, लाली पागड़ी रे, कौन बंधाए लाम के रासर केली रे, कहा खर हवे लाम के राजा बंधावे लाली पागड़ी रे, लाली पागड़ी रे, रानी कर हवेलामी के रासर केली रे, रानी कर हवेलामी के
नीम बर के इम्हिराजी निम हासागत रई, नीम बर के इम्हिराजी निम हासागत रई।
Mr. Vivek Acharya, Managing Director of Tourism Department Corporation, Chhattisgarh, to make a presentation virtually. 続きまして、チャッティスガル州政府観光局マネージングディレクタービベーク・アーチャリア様にご講演いただきます。オンラインでのご講演となります。
Okay, thank you. I welcome all the delegates who are present there. I guess I'm audible. Okay, good to go. Okay, once again, I welcome everyone present there. A very good afternoon to everyone in Japan. And I thank Indian Embassy Japan to give us an opportunity to showcase the culture, heritage, and tourism landscape in Chhattisgarh. Next. So Chhattisgarh is the 9th largest state out of the 28 states that we have in India. It is the 9th largest state, and 50% of the forest is of the total geographical area is under forest. 44% is the recorded forest cover, and there are 7% is our tree outside forest. So 50% of the geographical area is under forest, and we are a very green state. 30% of the total population in the state is ethnic, and Chhattisgarh has granted industrial status to the tourism sector in 2024, just last year. We are very well connected, and we are landlocked by 7 states. As you can see it on the map, we have direct flights, and we have 4 airports, 5 major railway stations, almost 2,600 kilometers of rail network, and 3,600 kilometers of national highways in our state. We are also having 3 new economic corridors which are under construction. And the best season to visit is from July to January. Next. So basically we talk about the themes of tourism in our state. We have ethnic tourism, we have ecotourism, we have heritage tourism, the religious tourism, adventure tourism, and wellness tourism. I'll quickly discuss these themes. If we talk about heritage tourism, we have 13 museums and a lot of protected sites in our state. Sirpur has been the seat of Buddhism in our state from 500 to 800 CE, and it is indicated in a lot of inscriptional references, coins, sculptures, and architectural remains that still exist. Next. Huansang, a famous Chinese traveler, visited Sirpur in 639 CE, and he has recorded 100 Buddhist monasteries and 10,000 monks, along with 150 Hindu temples in this area. His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, visited Sirpur twice in 2013 within a short span of 1 year, and he mentioned that the history of Sirpur is glorious, and I'm now carrying the memories of Lord Buddha from here. So these are a few pics of His Holiness the Dalai Lama ji visiting Sirpur. Next. This is one of the famous caves called as the Nagarjuna caves, one of the disciples of Lord Buddha who meditated in this cave. When His Holiness Dalai Lama ji visited, he also meditated at these Nagarjuna caves, which are on the banks of river Mahanadi. Literary activities have shown that Lord Buddha also meditated in one of the caves in 6th century BC. So these are some of the remnants of the monasteries. Around 10 monasteries still exist in Sirpur, and I'll just show you the photographs of these. Next. This is the Anand Prabhu Kutir, one of the disciples of Lord Buddha, Anand Prabhuji. He set up his monastery here and he was preaching Buddhism. So these are the remnants of Anand Prabhu Kutir Vihar and the Swastik Vihar, which are quite adjacent to each other. And these are the state protected sites. Next. So in 1959, the Tibetan settlements came from Tibet and they also settled in a place called Manpart in the northern part of Chhattisgarh. And this is often referred to as Mini Tibet by His Holiness the Dalai Lama Ji, who has also visited this place. So these are some of the pics of the Manpart Tibetan monastery. You would have also seen that in the video that were played. Next. Coming to the ethnic tourism, which is the next theme of tourism here in Chhattisgarh, we have around 42 ethnic groups and 60% of the area of the state is occupied by the ethnic groups, out of which 5 are particularly vulnerable tribal groups. So Chhattisgarh tourism has taken a task of providing income to these ethnic groups via tourism, and we have set up a lot of homestays. Next, please. So we have set up a lot of homestays, and one of the homestays called Dudmaras, adjoining for its tourism activity, has been mentioned as the best tourism village by the United Nations Tourism Upgrade Program last year in 2024. Next. So the next theme is ecotourism. We have 1 biosphere reserve, 4 tiger reserves, and 3 national parks, 11 wildlife sanctuaries, the community reserves, and 2 zoological parks in our state. We have 30 very beautiful waterfalls in our state, and we have more than 40 water bodies where water tourism takes place. The picture that you see in front of you is that of Chitrakoot waterfalls, which is in the southern part of Chhattisgarh, and it is often called as the Niagara Falls of India. Next. So this is another picture of one of the national parks, which is called as the Kanger Valley National Park, which is adjoining to these beautiful waterfalls. Next. So this is the Chitrakoot waterfall, the Niagara of India, which falls from a height of more than 90 feet. And you have a beautiful boating experience that can be experienced at this place. It's a horseshoe-shaped waterfall. Next. We talk about wellness and leisure tourism. We all know that India is known for its yoga, meditation, and naturopathy. As you would have also seen in one of the videos played, we take pride in having a very good wellness and leisure tourism, where we take care of the naturopathy, where the spirit and the body rejuvenation takes place. We also next. So this is one of the properties called the 5 Lotus. Next. We also have a medical tourism that takes place. We have a Karla Burn and Plastic Surgery Center, where a lot of plastic surgeries take place, and the cost of plastic surgery is quite cheap here. So a lot of foreign tourists come to this place for medical tourism. We also have Sri Satya Sai Sanjeevani Hospital, where free operations of heart take place for children. So we take pride in having such a hospital on our land. Next, please. If we talk about adventure tourism, as I said, more than 50% land is under forest. So this is a perfect setting for adventure tourist lovers across the world. We recently got the Best Adventure Tourism Award by the Government of India, Ministry of Tourism. So this village called Dudmaras has been among the best adventure tourist villages we have in our state. Next. So this is one of the recipient ceremony that took place. Next, please. Now, if we talk about the industrial status, we can, as I said, that tourism has got an industry status in our state of Chhattisgarh. So these are some of the services and the capital investment if you can make. So there are a lot of subsidies that can be provided for the tourism. If we come up with an amusement, oblique water or adventure park, so except the land cost, if we invest 150 million INR, you can also invest in the hotels, resorts, and the convention centers, museums and cultural services, ecotourism centers, health wellness centers, homestays, and related facilities, tourism, adventure tourism activities. So on giving fixed capital investments, subsidies can be provided to all the investors. Next, please. So thank you. This is just in brief that we have talked about tourism. This is all from our side. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your presentation. Next, we will show you a video on Chhattisgarh industry. 続きまして、チャッティスガルの産業についてのビデオを上映いたします。スクリーンをご覧くださいませ。続きまして、Next, I would like to request Mr. Prabhat Malik, Director Industries, Government of Chhattisgarh, to make a presentation on industry in Chhattisgarh virtually. 続きまして、チャッティスガル州政府産業部長プラバト・マリク様にご講演いただきます。オンラインでのご登壇となりますので、スクリーンをご覧くださいませ。
Good morning. Konnichiwa. I am Prabhat Malik. I am Director Industry Chhattisgarh. On behalf of Industry Department Chhattisgarh, I'm grateful and welcome all the delegates from Japan. And we are thankful to Indian Embassy in Japan for organizing this brief introduction. I'll quickly take you through the industrial business opportunities in Chhattisgarh. I hope I'm audible. Yeah, thank you. So, as before me, the speaker has pointed out, we are placed at the heart of India. We are a very well-connected state. We are a very large state. Comparison-wise, our area is 1/3 that of Japan. We have 50,000 square miles. Our economy is at $73 billion, very small in comparison to Japan. but our population is at around 3 crores, approximately 1/4 that of Japan. Our per capita income right now is at $1,700 US. In comparison, that of Japan is $33,000 US. The reason I'm giving this statistics is we are a state with a very low population density, approximately 70% that of Japan, widely distributed. And we are a population which is low per capita income, but which has been engaged in manufacturing, especially in raw materials for mineral raw materials. We produce close to 28 minerals and control close to 25% of mineral production in iron ore, dolomite, aluminium. So that way, and we are now discovering and started mining rare earth also. So that way, we are very poised to now move from manufacturing powerhouse to a digital manufacturing powerhouse, whereby we see a very good scope of Japan and Chhattisgarh collaborating. And unlike India, our industrial contribution to our GDP is 50%, whereas it is 31%. So we have followed a very different trajectory compared to rest of India, whereby we have built up on our manufacturing base to grow at 20 times over the last 25 years. This slide gives a brief introduction about the India-Japan relations. It's a very strong relationship with bilateral trade crossing $17.69 billion exports and $5 billion imports. Key areas include engineering goods, marine products, gem jewelry, electronic goods, which are exported, and imported is nuclear reactors, copper, electric machinery, and iron and steel. When you see at Chhattisgarh's strength, our strength basically lies in the fact that we are a state with 45% forest cover, ample rich mineral resources. We have one of the lowest cost of setting up and doing business. This is also substantiated by the fact that we work in the most hardest of industries, which is mining, which is steel production, and we have not seen any lockout or industrial strike over the last 25 years since the state was formed. So we have a very business-friendly climate, and our population is also, the people of Chhattisgarh are simple and they focus on work. And we are not prone to unionism, we are not prone to any strikeouts. That has helped us develop a very thriving industrial infrastructure. We, while focusing on infrastructure, have also focused on improving the ease of living. We are the only state in India to develop an end-to-end greenfield city of 21st century, which is our capital, Naya Raipur, spread over 237 square kilometers. It is a city which is run by only 40 people because it is completely SCADA-driven controlled. I will elaborate it further. And under our newest industrial development policy, we are going aggressive in now moving to the next stage of manufacturing, using our strength in capital goods to build up the ecosystems from steel to defense, from high-end semiconductor manufacturing, and while at the same time building up our service sector also. For that, we already have the base in terms of a thriving skill ecosystem. And most importantly, we are a highly power surplus state. We generate close to 25 gigawatt of power, of which we consume only 5 gigawatt ourselves, and 20 gigawatt is given to nearby states. This slide broadly shows the skill ecosystems. We have 50,000 professionals passing out each year. Across streams, we have the best institutes in the country, be it an IIM, an IIT, an AIMS, an IIT, and a IIIT. We are in the process of bringing in the remaining institutes also, a Fashion Technology Institute, a Planning and Architecture Institute, and state is giving financial and hand-holding support to ensure the best of class institutes are set up in the state by providing concessional support, subsidies, and hand-holding them. So we don't see a issue in having availability of skilled manpower. I think before me, they have already covered out how Chhattisgarh itself is part of that. In part of our tourism, we are very focused on green tourism, on the Buddhist circuit, and Sirpur is a very famous site visited by visitors across the world. This slide broadly explains what I was telling about, how we have also focused on developing smart cities. This is our capital city, 237 square kilometer. Every possible, it's a city built on a TOD, transit oriented development system. We use the designing of Singapore to build it up. It is completely SCADA controlled. No non-polluting industries are allowed in the main layers of city, and we do. This is a city with no traffic jams, with wide roads laid, and we say that it is a city where you can fly a kite without any obstructions because there is no electric poles. Everything is underground. Another beauty about Chhattisgarh, which is very important when you set up an industry, say in a defense industrial ecosystem or data centers, is we are among the lowest natural disaster risk compliant. In earthquake, we come under zone 2. We don't have floods. And on the third side, you will see neither are we prone to any cyclones. So that way, a lot of defense establishments of Government of India has also been established in Chhattisgarh for this very reason, because of low disaster risk potential and being a landlocked state, no port accessibility. Another advantage of the state is India's coast, both east and west, we sit right at the middle. So our state, if you will permit, I'll go back. If you see on the right on the map, we sit right at the center. So we are very uniquely positioned to be a state whereby when any manufacturing happens, we cater to both. We cater to export as well as the Indian market. In India, the leading export investment, FDI investment has come from say Tamil Nadu or Mumbai or Karnataka, which are located on either side of our coast. So these, while they are good for exporting out, but the cost to access the entire Indian market becomes very high because of their unique locations. We are able to minimize that cost. We are connected to ports on Indian eastern side at a 6-hour distance, and on the western side, we have a dedicated Mumbai port connectivity via rail. While being at the center, we are able to connect to entire Indian state's capital and the consumer base. Briefly, our industrial policy, as I said, was we are focused on industrial policy on 3 major aspects. One is we are focusing on high growth sectors, which we assume are going to be the more revenue generators in the upcoming years. These include AI, data centers, robotics, computing. Second part is capitalizing on our strengths. We are one of the largest rice exporters in India. So agro processing has been a major focus area for us. Third part, agro processing, and simultaneously defense, downstream steel sectors because of our large steel production. And third is we are focusing on ensuring that we are focused on getting more employment intensive sectors and getting our workforce trained for higher regulation. So thereby we see textile, we see ITES as sectors whereby state is giving the best incentives you can find anywhere in the entire Indian ecosystem. That's why we have special packages for thrust sectors, as I rightly mentioned. And we understand that to build a thrust sector where we are not yet among the top, where we are not attracted the top companies, is to provide additional incentives to anchor units who come and who build the entire ecosystem. And we assume that any company which brings in more than $24 million, we provide incentives more than 5% compared to our existing incentives. And lastly, we are willing to go up to 100 to 150% of the fixed capital investment, where fixed capital investment includes the land, building, and the entire plant and machinery. We have already gone in some bespoke packages even up to 200%. So for employment intensive sector, we'll be giving double the amount invested. For high-tech sectors, we are going up to 100% of fixed capital investment also. I have also come to provide you, we'll also be sharing this presentation with the embassy, and we also have a site which you'll see at the end, whereby you can also calculate your sample incentives. So just for understanding, When you look at an agro food processing, at an investment of approximately $18 million, the state provides incentives of up to $10 million, which is equivalent to 57% on our normal package. And these are how the incentives are distributed across various subsidy parameters. Whenever you look at any state giving you investment promotion, there is also a point of net present value as to how long those subsidies are divided over. And ours is a very aggressive because most of our subsidies are either front loaded or they get paid in a maximum of 6 years. So, as I said before, this is our standard package for investments. The moment, as I'll come further ahead, the moment you cross a certain benchmark, we then start negotiating with you to give you the best package customized to your style or your business way, which helps you access that. Similarly, cosmetic sectors, a very big sector. We are interested in promoting that sector. Already we have our natural oils are already being exported to every major luxury brand in the world. They are produced in Mahasamund district next to Raipur, and it's a very thriving business. So based on our 45% forest produce, 45% forest cover and the forest produce covered, this is a very large untapped sector, and we are incentivizing by providing up to 50% subsidy. Semiconductor, we recently have closed an investment of close to $100 million to make 5G and 6G chips, and they will further increase it to $1 billion because of three critical factors. One is lithium availability, second, our strategic positioning, and third is the fact that our land and air are very suited to manufacture and assemble the chips required for semiconductor manufacturing. So that is why the state is going aggressive and giving the best subsidy in country available in this sector. This is over and above what the government of India offers at 46%. Same is for downstream industries of iron, steel and aluminium, because we produce close to 25% of India's steel and 20% of India's aluminium. We are now looking at bringing in high value added industries which use this as a raw material and subsidizing them with close to 50% of the investment undertaken in the plants. GCC is a very important sector for us because, as I mentioned before, 50% of our GDP is driven by manufacturing. But to move to the next stage of digital manufacturing, we would require a supportive GCC base to it. We have ample talent. That talent has been working across India and even abroad. And now that talent is starting to come back and build up industries. So we have a mid-scale level service sector industries coming up. But we are now interested in getting the larger names also to build on top of that, because of which at a standard level of an $11 million, we are doing a 47% subsidy back. But we have recently, for companies which are able to generate a workforce of 1,000 plus, we have gone up to 150% of the fixed capital investment undertaken. And as I mentioned before, logistic hub wise, we already have 2 dry ports, and now private investment is starting to come. We will be the first state to have a private dry port because of our locational advantages of connecting to both ports. And we hope to get further more logistic hubs set up across our top to bottom line to be able to give manufacturers access to both West India and East India from a single location at the most competitive price. I would just take 1 minute on this slide. Every state understands that you cannot capture the subsidy part in a single formula. So what we have done is we say that for investments which are more than 1,000 crore, which is close to $100 million, $120 million, or even in sectors like textiles, IT, whereby at a lower investment, you generate higher amount of jobs. So if there is an industry which is coming, which is able to create more than 1,000 jobs, we offer customized incentive packages and we match the best incentive you can get anywhere in India. And to add on that, we very well understand that incentives is not what drives an industry to a state. What drives you to us, or what helps you make your business decision, is how fast we are able to get your industry, how well it is protected, and how good and cheap labor do you see in it. And in this, I would want to assure you, by virtue of examples, we have handled the toughest industries. We have among the fastest times for setting up of industry. In this latest push, our CM has taken a stand by making under labor laws. We are the most liberal state in the entire Indian ecosystem. We have implemented all reforms Government of India suggested, and we have a government which is willing to work 24/7 to solve your problems, using in fact Japan as a benchmark for when it comes to subsidy dispersal. While we are at 7 days, we have reached up to 2 days subsidy dispersal, trying to benchmark to Japan standards of a single day dispersal. So we look at these 5 major areas of collaboration. Healthcare, we wish to use our large locational and our airport connectivity to bring low cost, good quality healthcare. And we are among a few industrial policies which are providing subsidies on helping set up large scale hospitals. We hope to collaborate with you on setting up industrial township, especially in steel growing areas and manufacturing areas. We are looking at thrust areas of electronic, pharma, aerospace, and defense. Tourism, as Sir rightly mentioned, is a very good opportunity for Chhattisgarh to attract investments and provide high-end level of experiential tourism. And to support all this, the state is willing to invest and collaborate to help set up tie-ups with top education institutes and support them fiscally and any other matter required, so that you have an assured supply of good quality manpower available. Thanks a lot. It was an honor to be able to explain my state's perspective on this. The QR code helps you, redirects you to our site, whereby you can check out incentives and calculate according to your industries. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir, for the presentation. We will now conclude the event on India-Japan Partnership Focus Chhattisgarh today. Thank you very much for your participation today. 以上をもちまして、本日のイベント、日印関係を祝うチャッティスガルのイベントを終了とさせていただきます。ご参加いただきました皆様、どうもありがとうございました。この後、この会場を出てすぐのファイエで、軽食付きのネットワーキングを開催いたしますので、皆様ぜひご参加くださいませ。We will have a networking session with light refreshment at the foyer. Please join us. Thank you very much for your participation today. 同時通訳レシーバーをお使いになりました方は、受付までご返却お願いいたします。If you have used simultaneous